Hey, Bill.
Good morning, Jim. Good to see you. All right.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jim Ciotti. I'm the head trainer here at the Rochester Athletic Club in beautiful downtown Rochester, Michigan.
And I'm Bill Barber. I work with Jim. Just to let you know where we are in downtown Rochester, Michigan. Okay, here's Main Street. Here's north. Here's south. Right here, just offset off the back of the road, and a really easy landmark to find. Kind of interesting. We're right between the Dairy Queen and the Coney Island. So here you go to the Dairy Queen, have a snack, stop into the rack, then go to the, how about there for lunch?
Absolutely. It's a beautiful facility. We are filming today in the beautiful Pilates studio, one of the many studios we have here. As you can see behind us, many people working out today also. This is our first episode of many coming, and it's going to be called the 50 and Fit program.
Yep. Geared towards those baby boomers.
Absolutely. Yep. And you might be asking, why 50 and Fit? Well, we're going to tell you why 50 and Fit. Very simply put, Bill and I ourselves are over 50. And we have been working out for many years. And fitness is our passion. And
Absolutely.
We truly love it. We're both have different careers in our life.
Yep.
Starting new careers, if you will, and it has to do with fitness. And we want to be individuals. We designed it specifically for 50 years and older for the simple reason, unfortunately, in America, we're going opposite in health and fitness.
Yeah, we really are.
I mean, the obesity rates, even in children, the total population. Although the electronic age has been great for a lot of things, but it's certainly made us very sedentary.
Oh, yeah.
So our eating habits have gotten bad. Our lack of exercise in America has gotten bad. So what we want to try to do, and we put together a great 12-week program designed specifically for individuals 50 and over, with many different components in reference to designed specifically for you, a nutrition program, personal training.
Yep.
We have a complete body fat analysis, body composition, if you will, to assess where you are.
Yep. No calipers,
no
tapes,
none of those things, bioelectrical impedance.
Yep. Very safe.
So anyway, we're going to talk about our program in a little more detail later. And what we're going to try to do in each one of these shows is give you some good solid nutrition information, some fitness information, all the research that has been done for individuals 50 and over.
Yep.
And in reference to that, we're going to just start with one chart today talking about why it's important to do strength and resistance training.
Exactly.
So as we go forward, Bill's going to start explaining this chart here.
You know, Jim, too, on the, as you had mentioned about the 50 program, we need to provide an example for the younger children as well. I mean, the children look up to their elders in many cases, and if we're sedentary and we're not outside being fit, well, they're going to believe that that's the way it's supposed to be. So just because we're at 50 years old doesn't mean we need to just throw the towel in and just watch television the rest of our lives. Because that's what if they see us do that, that's exactly what they'll do.
Because childhood obesity, I believe the research has shown quadrupled.
Yeah, and
even in our age group, it's probably close to quadrupled also.
Exactly.
So we really need to do something about it. We have a great program that has been designed by experience and proven by practice. We have put many individuals on it so far, and it's really, really going well.
Jim, this chart, as we recently studied in regards to, this is from the American Council on Exercise. This is a long study that indicates that through the aging process, when we reach about 35 to mid
40s,
yep, exactly, there's a decrease in lean muscle. It's just the way things are. It's a good thing. It's all about life. But if exercise is maintained, that decrease is very minimal. It's not something that dives down. But what will happen by staying sedentary, coming home from work and just going right to the television, or coming home and just not
on that computer all the time.
Exactly, or even before work, not exercising. Okay, what ends up happening is then that lean muscle mass does start to decrease quite rapidly in a downward trend.
Especially, as you can see, this is 30 years old, 40, 50, 60, 70, and up.
Right.
As you can see, from that 40 to 60, that line will go drastically really quick. Your muscles will actually atrophy without any type of strength and resistance training. And we're not talking having to do strength and resistance training 4 or 5 times a week. 2-3 times a week at the most, you can maintain and even gain muscle mass.
That's right. So important. Yes. We'll talk about that in another episode as well. What's very debilitating is if there's an infection or a pneumonia or a bronchitis that's severe, if the person lean muscle mass is in a downward trend and there's a debilitating infection, it sends that person in what is called actually the disability threshold. Once that happens, getting back out of that and getting back up to a healthy state is very difficult. So to prevent that, if we can maintain that exercise and that minimization of the decrease of lean muscle mass, if there's an infection or cold, it's a small little blip, and we're right back up to where we were.
Absolutely.
It doesn't mean that if we've been sedentary and let's say we're 55 or 60 years old and we've been sedentary for the last sedentary, it's just basically sitting around. Okay, if we've been sitting around for the last 10 or 15 years, not really exercising actively, and we are, say, about here or here, we can get back up to here. It's going to take a little bit of time. It may take 2, 3, 4 years, but as you mentioned before, you used a great term, it's behavioral change.
Yeah, behavioral modification change,
exactly.
A lifestyle change.
Exactly.
What we have done with our program has made it very realistic, and we'll talk about that very shortly.
Yeah.
So as you can see, it's extremely important to maintain muscle mass. Research has shown over the years, at any age you can put muscle mass back on.
That's true.
They've had research where it's shown 70, 80, 90-year-olds.
Exactly.
In fact, I train a 90-year-old man here at the center.
Yeah.
He's in Florida now and has a trainer there. Comes in here twice a week.
Yeah.
He's 90. He was 90 in December.
Yes.
And he trains twice a week in here, walks every day. So, and look at Jack Mullane.
Yes,
what a testament.
Exactly.
What a testament.
That doesn't mean we had to have had a past history that is
That's a good point.
exemplarily as Jack Mullane.
You can start at any age.
You can start at absolutely any age, and the research is absolutely conclusive that the positive benefits start immediately. Mm-hmm. So it's just more reinforcement.
It's great stuff. So what we'd like to do now then is we'll go over our program real quickly.
Real briefly, sure.
And these episodes that we're going to be filming on a regular basis, we're going to have so much good information built into these episodes.
Yeah.
We'll have recipes, we'll have nutrition tips, we'll be doing exercises, we'll go out onto the floor and show you some real basic good exercises for the 50 and fit. But also what's nice, this program is also available to the 40 and fit also.
Right. Yep.
We certainly can design it for the 40-year-old also, and portions of it. For example, just the nutrition portion of it. If someone just wants to get into the nutrition portion of it, we can take portions of it and also do an a la carte, if you will.
Right.
Okay?
We're flexible.
Yeah, very flexible. And not only that, we bring all our services into your business, to your home, to your school. So portions of it, part of it, whatever, we will come into your facility.
We make house calls.
We make house calls, absolutely. And what one big component of this is we make sure all of our trainers who we're going to use for this program, and Bill and myself are the main ones, we are age appropriate, if you will.
That's true.
We are 50 and over, and also other trainers that we'll be using will all be at least in their mid to upper 40s. Mm-hmm. So what we always try to say is we walk in your shoes. We've been there. We have done the fitness over the years. We have improved our health.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Possible knee problems, possible back problems, things of that nature as we age. So
we're not going to push you to the point of breaking, absolutely.
So we know exactly where to start you and how to progress you forward.
That's exciting.
But anyway, the program really, the overview of the program, it's a 12-week program, and there's 4 or 5 major components. A is a body composition analysis, okay, which is bioelectrical impedance, and it's a great way to do body fat analysis. Gives us a lot of good information that we would need going forward to measure your progress. We weigh you in once a week. And the reason we do weigh in once a week is to when we set your caloric intake of how many calories you should be taking in to get you from point A to point B, whatever your goals are, whatever your goals and objectives are. We have a nutritional software program that does that for us.
That's an awesome program.
It's an awesome program. We put in your profile. It tells us, for example, if Bill's got to lose 12 pounds, 15 pounds in so many weeks, it tells you exactly how many calories that individual needs to get on to get from point A to point B. So we take that information. We take about your metabolic rate information, which we'll explain that in a future show. And we determine as trainers how many days a week you're going to be coming in to work out, and then we start you at a baseline to get you going. But what's great about this program, the nutrition part. The nutrition part is based on your lifestyle. Isn't it great?
It is.
Isn't it great?
We're not trying to force something to make you a square peg fit into a round hole or vice versa. It's you. It's about you, and it's going to make you work and to the goals that you're trying to set. It's just
and what we do is all the foods available you buy right at your grocery store. No packaged foods. That we're trying to teach you behavior modification,
right?
A lifestyle change, and understand basic nutrition. So this is something you can follow forever.
Yeah.
And you get to pick foods that you like on there. We
Yeah.
don't pick the foods out for you.
Yeah.
We give you a list of protein, carbohydrates, and fats, condiments, and what we do is we balance them all out into serving sizes and percentages. So you understand why it's important to eat smaller, more balanced meals, why it's important to have a certain percentage of protein, carbs, and fat to maintain that most important lean muscle mass as we age.
Jim, I don't mean to
Great.
interrupt you, but we just got a couple more minutes, and I just want to
Okay.
wrap things up. But one thing I wanted to point out before we left is that basically the Paint Creek Trail, the most beautiful trail in
Yes.
Rochester, and basically, in my opinion, the Tri-County area, basically begins, or you could call it as, and it ends,
Yeah.
right at the back of the rack at the Rochester Athletic Club. So we can literally walk out our back door right here and go right onto the Paint Creek Trail. It's just a gorgeous cross-country skiing, running, jogging,
You
walking,
name it.
biking, you name it. It's right here.
It's right
Come
there.
here, get cleaned up, and whatever. It's great. It's great. So, and once again, I know we have a lot more to cover
Yes.
on the 50 and Fit program. So
We have many more
we do.
episodes.
And
We got many
including the
more
nutrition.
episodes.
So we just wrapping things up real quick. We touched base on the nutrition program. We
Yes.
touched base on the personal training program, and then it's the 12-week program again. And is
We're looking forward to seeing you.
yeah, we got a lot
Yeah.
more good information coming your way.
And we'll also be having our own website very
Yeah,
shortly.
yeah,
also.
absolutely,
So by
yes.
the time you even see this, it might already be up
Yeah,
and running.
yeah.
And so we'll have all great information on there and be able to contact us, and hopefully we can get you started on our program.
Good. It's exciting.
Well, Bill,
all right,
I'm
Jim.
looking forward to it.
Me too.
It's a pleasure working
all right,
with you.
Thank you. Thank
Take
you.
care.
Take care.